Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today. Hey y'all, welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indie 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and Ms. Z with the T, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time.
Hey, I'm starting real sexy tonight. We're gonna get real sexy. Get your drink. Look, now, see, but I go into a whole solo session on y'all. Now, that was A Justice with Airplane Mode. So you already know what she was talking about on the song, okay? Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Again, grab your cocktails. We have to jump in. If you're liking the song that I opened up to tonight, A Justice, Airplane Mode. Now, I heard that song. Don't judge me. Y'all don't judge MzMetchi because y'all know I be into the ratchet television as well, okay? But I heard it at the beginning of Baddies Midwest last week, and I'm like, I need that on the Blueprint Live playlist. Y'all got to remember to support the independent artists, okay? They make the music for us. It's not for me. It's for all of us, okay? So go ahead and put that on your playlist. I have added that to the Blueprint Live playlist that is exclusively on Spotify. So if you're an artist, you want to have your music on there, join forces. This has been a playlist that's been running since the inception of my show. And I love having a catalog of the music that's been submitted to me over the years. So y'all go ahead, send me that music if you are an artist. Shout out to all of my listeners that are tuning in tonight on Facebook and our YouTube, okay? If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button or the follow button, depending on where you're following me tonight. And if you're interested in advertising with me, of course, you can visit thebpmediaco.com or MzMetchi.com for more information. Shout out to my radio partners, Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. Now, you all know that I stream with you all on Thursdays, but every Sunday at 2:30, you can catch those shows. Okay, it's FM, on the internet, wherever you are, I'm right here with you, okay? And last but not least, I have to shout out to my amazing sponsors, okay? Live Long Health, Pretty Curvy Savage, Paris Ice Bar, and Fiya Infusions. They make it where every week I'm able to bring you all very special guests and the current things that's going on around you. And tonight, I'm super excited because, look, my guest, let me tell y'all, I have to, because if we're going to do it, I got to introduce her very proper. Tonight, my special guest is Natalie Manning from This Is Life, Shy. And I've known her really since I first came into the industry, and to see how her organization that she co-founded with her son, how they have blossomed and all of the amazing things that they're doing. I'm super excited to bring her back on for tonight's show. So you all give me a second because I got to bring her on because she has an event that's coming up that if you have not gotten your ticket, you're going to hear a little bit about it tonight. And then as soon as we log off, I need you to go ahead and just head to the site, just grab your ticket. It's real quick, okay? I'm going to be bringing her on shortly. And last but not least, tonight's topic. How do you cut off a friendship that no longer serves you? This was a hot topic on Facebook Threads this week, and I figured let's bring the conversation over to the Blueprint Live. So tune in later for our topic of the night. Without further ado, let me go ahead and get this going so I can make sure that my girl, that when we bring her on, it's 100%. Hold on, so I have to make sure. Natalie, you good to go? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, I think we're ready. I want to introduce tonight's special guest on the Blueprint Live, Natalie Manning. Here we go. Hey, Pat.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Of course. Hey, Lynn. Look, thank y'all for tuning in on our Facebook tonight. So, Natalie, we got to catch up, girl.
We do.
Look, I was for everyone that's tuning in, I told Natalie when I brought her on, I said, hey, she hasn't been on the show. It's probably been, about 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's been far too long. So I'm excited to have you back. I feel like let's go ahead and jump in. Now, Natalie, for those that don't know, can you just kind of give my listeners a little bit of an overview about your organization before we talk about the event?
Sure. So This Is Life nonprofit organization was founded by myself and my son 11 years ago. No, 12, when he was 11.
Okay.
He's 23 now. So basically, we're a performing arts-based organization that provides a platform for youth under the age of 21 that showcase their talent. So if you sing, you rap, you dance, we provide a platform for you. So every year in the month of June, we provide a big talent showcase for youth under the age of 21 here in the city of Chicago. But you don't have to be from the city of Chicago. We have able to get attention from youth outside the city of Chicago that's actually traveled in. As far as Atlanta, we had a young man that came in last year from New York. So we constantly having different youth come from different parts of the country to be a part of our platform.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was saying I've seen the events like since we've gotten connected that you have every year, and it's been amazing to really see the growth and how you all have expanded where you can bring in people outside of our area too.
Yes. And we've expanded the organization where we provide like we have a monthly haircut initiative that we started 2 years ago, where we provide free haircuts for youth on a monthly basis. That's not, parents that's facing a hard time. Yeah. We just ask that you don't come every month, so we can give other people the opportunity to come, but we do provide that service. We also provide, we do things for Christmas, back to school. We do give away coats, the whole 9 yards, a lot of community outreach as well.
You are always on the move throughout the year. I'm like, what is Natalie doing now? I love it. And, tonight, it was really important. First off, Natalie, I hadn't seen you in a while. And then when we did run into each other, you told me about your event, your brunch that's coming up. I'm like, okay, we are in brunch season. So I feel like it's the best time to go ahead and jump in with that now. Let's talk about the brunch.
Yeah, so our organization, I've been doing brunches for like the last 4 or 5 years. This is a brunch fundraiser for the organization that I'm having next Sunday, April 6th.
Okay.
Hosted by motivational speaker Nicole Meek and actor, musician, entrepreneur Mario Cannon. He was also on a hit television show Empire, so he's going to be hosting the event. We have a young man named Zion Ali who's going to be doing a special performance. Okay. And so here's the kicker. So I'm bringing someone from out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Her name is Drika. She went viral on social media last year for the clap effect. If you don't know what that is, go over to her page on Instagram, Drika, or Facebook, Drika Writes. Okay. Every video that she does garners millions of views.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
So I reached out to her. So she's coming here to Chicago. We were on her bucket list. And we're gonna do the clap effect here in Chicago.
Stop. Okay. All right. So look, yeah, I want y'all to go ahead and take a good look at Natalie, baby, because they going viral. They going viral after the challenge.
Exactly.
Y'all been viral, but y'all gonna go viraler if that's a word. Okay. I love it.
So every video that she touched, it goes viral with this clap effect. She was on the Tamara Hall show recently, talking about the clap effect because Tamara Hall saw the video as well.
Yeah. She did?
Yeah, she did one on the show as well.
Okay.
So I'm trying to tell you, this is more with her, it's like a motivational type of inspirational type of what I'm gonna call it, what she came up with. So
okay, it make you feel good. It's uplifting.
It's uplifting.
Okay. I'm excited.
And I'm telling you, if you're not there, you're gonna miss out. That's all I'm gonna say.
So they need to be in the room. That's what you're saying.
You need to be in the room to get the energy.
Now, this is the season we have is so many different events. And I know right now, like all the people, especially within our area, they're being pulled so many different ways. Can you just share for anyone that's tuning in that they're like, girl, I got all of these things going on, why they need to be in the room?
Okay, number one, if you're an entrepreneur or non-entrepreneur, right now with everything going on in this world, we need encouragement.
That's right.
We need inspiration.
100%.
We need to be motivated. And not only are we going to do the video, but she's also going to be speaking. Okay. She's going to be our guest speaker of the event as well.
I love that.
So yes, if you feel you're not growing and you looking at network with like-minded people, this is the place to be on April 6th.
Okay.
There's some powerhouses in the room. I can't say nothing else. It's going to be a powerful event.
Okay. And then, of course, the food.
The food.
Oh.
My nose right. So,
look,
myself
we've been to a lot of events, and the food is always off the chain.
So the food. Are you ready for the food?
Drop it, girl. Give us the tea.
So we having shrimp and grits. We having chicken and waffles. We having a rasta pasta. We having fruit. We're having coffee. We having Eli's Cheesecake. They're one of our sponsors, as well as shout out to DoorDash. DoorDash is one of our event sponsors as well.
Okay.
And mocktails, not alcohol. Not alcohol. So it's going to be an array of things. And then also, we're going to have a flower bar.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a flower bar?
Girl, the funny thing about it is I literally just, I'm planning a brunch too, and I have it in May. And I definitely, that's something that was on there, like an activation. So I get it. I get it. It's really beautiful, and I think it's a nice touch. So I love that you're gonna have that at the event.
Because I want to give people their flowers while they're alive. I don't want to wait till you're dead to celebrate you. I want to celebrate you next Sunday. So that's another reason why you need to be in the room. Because not only are you supporting the organization, but I'm celebrating you as well.
That's right. Oh, I love that. Well, Natalie, I know that you, we have the brunching with a purpose. What are some other ways that that my listeners that they can support if they're not able to make it or if they're not in Chicago next Sunday?
Okay, if you're not able to come and you want to support, you can always go to our website at www.thisislifeshy.org. We have a donation button on there. You can also follow us on Facebook, This Is Life Chicago, Instagram, This Is Life Shy. And if you could just share the flyer, that's always helpful as well. To me, it's not always about monetary, but if you're able to simply share the information with your fellow, because you and I don't know the same people. But somebody,
It's all about opening up that network, you know, it really is. So, and people, we gotta stop gatekeeping. Let's get together. Let's get together and kind of all get in the same room. That's what it's all about.
Yes. So that's other ways that they can, you know, support the organization. Or I'm gonna so this is what I'm gonna do.
What you doing?
So I had cut it off yesterday, but I'm gonna extend it again until tonight. The $50 flash sale. You can get your tickets for $50 tonight. But then after that, I'm cutting it off. It's going back up to $75. Because honestly, I feel like as much as I'm offering, I'm shortchanging myself. But I'm not even gonna look at it that way. I look at it that I like being a blessing to other people. So with that, I'm gonna do the $50 flash sale, and that's gonna end tomorrow night. Or if you're a small business owner, for $50, you can get your logo put on our banner, and that'll be a part of a way of giving back to the organization, as well as your business being noticed, as well as being a part of the event that we're hosting as well.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, ma'am, when I log off, I will definitely, you know, be securing things on my end. So I hope that everyone that's tuning in, that you all follow suit, because we have, honestly, I know even with the event that I'm planning, Natalie, if it was not for other people that they kicked in and were able to help, that a lot of things would not come to fruition. So when your heart is in the right place, I want all of anyone that's listening in that can to be a blessing in whatever way to This Is Life, for sure. For sure.
And it's like, because honestly, I'm funding majority of it myself, which is fine, you know, because if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't be doing it. So you got to keep going.
Look, we bootstrapping like we haven't bootstrapped before, but.
And then so Charlene, Sisters Bistro, she's also going to be cooking the food. We were on Fox News earlier this week on Monday, so she had an opportunity to cook the rasta pasta.
Okay.
So that we're having at the brunch on Monday. So yeah, that was daytime Chicago, not Fox side. Daytime Chicago. So she had the opportunity to show her cooking skills and make. Yep, this past Monday. So she's also
gave them a little preview, just a little preview of what they're gonna get next week.
Exactly. Yep.
I love it. Well, Natalie, thank you so much for coming on and just kind of talking a little bit more about the event. And I will definitely, like I said, when I log off, ma'am, just know you'll be seeing some notifications from me. And I appreciate you coming back on the show. And please don't be a stranger. We can't have this much time pass again.
No, we cannot.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. All right, y'all. You already know what time it is. I have to take a really, really quick break. I'm going to leave Natalie's information up so that you all can go and follow her and make sure that you purchase those tickets for her event, okay? We are brunching with a purpose. I'll be right back.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. All right, y'all, it's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and it is time for Hate It and Love It. Now, I am going to leave Natalie's information up in case you missed my interview with her, or we were talking about brunching with a purpose, okay? Whew. Now, do we start with hated? Do we start with love it? Which one? I'm gonna go ahead and start with the love it. So let me tell you all something that it just makes my little heart go boom, boom. I absolutely love. Now, these last few weeks have been extremely busy for me. I've been on the go. I really just feel like I've gotten my bearings back, and I'm just had a time to just really just sit down, get myself together. And anyone that knows me knows that I go and I sit with my dad and hang out with him every week, every Tuesday. That is our standing date. And I wasn't able to see him for the last like maybe 3 weeks. I think it was about 3 weeks. And I just was missing my dad. I was missing talking to him. I'm like, we need to catch up, honey. I'm like, let me tell you what's going on in my life, father. Okay. So the talks with my dad. Hey, Auntie Tracy, what's up, girl? She said, hey, beautiful. Hey, cousin. Hey, David. Hey. So yeah, I love talking with my dad. I love being able to spend time with him and grab onto that wisdom. You know, if you have been through some of the things that I've been through, you know, you hold on to your family dearly, especially your parents. So I'm, you know, just always thankful for that time to really sit with him and just, you know, we hadn't talked, you know, in person, of course, but, you know, we stayed in touch by phone, but just being able to sit in person, like, let me look at you, let me hug you, let me see what's going on. This camera, y'all, when I tell you this camera gives me the flux, you know, when you try to upgrade technology, sometimes they be acting up. Ugh, I hated it. But that is probably going to be that's my first love it. Now, Blacktopia was this past weekend. And this is the thing, that was a love it for me. Hey, Althea, what's going on? Girl, how you doing? I haven't seen my sister in a while. How are you? How are you, girl? So good to see you. But yeah, Blacktopia was last weekend. And this is what I need y'all to stop doing. I post on my social media what is going on with the Blueprint media, where I'm going to be, much to my dismay, because I actually hate doing that. I don't like posting my, you know, whereabouts, but whatever. Like, it is what it is. Like, run up if you want to. You go get, you know, done up. But needless to say, every time I post an event, everybody is like, oh, you should have told me. No. So the love it is that Blacktopia was fun as hell. Lots of networking, lots of business, okay? Lots of things, you know, lots of connections were made. Drinks were had. I was definitely off. Y'all know I love Casamigos. Casamigos, the networking is going to do it for me every time. Ornitos, networking, going to do it for me every time. Okay? Being able to dress up and look pretty and put on that red lip, gonna do it for me every time. So I was having the time of my life. But what I hated it is, if you want to be down, if you want to come network, if you want to come outside, we should be following each other. You should be subscribed to certain campaigns. Understand that everything, exclusive events and all that other stuff, like, you can't pay attention. You have to pay attention. Do you think someone's just going to be personally texting you? No. Like, I don't have time for that. When I tell you I loathe my cell phone at this particular point, I hate when I get a text message. Now, sincerely, it's absolutely the worst. My phone has overwhelmed me so much. So I'm just like, if you think that after I have taken the time out to curate and send out marketing campaigns, emails, whatever it takes in order to get the word out about the hot events that are going on, that the Blueprint is a part of, that I invite you all to as the public, that you could be a part of. No. Okay. So that's the hate. Stop coming to me afterwards like, oh, I wish I would have known. I wish you would have known too. Moving along. I'm so happy with the LinkedIn Lit Brunch at this point. Let me just say, and let me just forewarn you all that if you watch the show every week from now up until May 17th, I'm going to be talking about the LinkedIn Lit Brunch at some point. it'll politely be brought up in some type of way. Okay. Because I love it. I love it. I'm excited about it. I've been working on it for a while, and I was a little bit afraid not afraid. Afraid is the wrong word, but a little bit intimidated about releasing, details and everything, because sometimes when you are doing things at a certain rate or a certain scale, it attracts good energy, and then sometimes it does not. People get real nosy. Just some of the messages that I've gotten, like, you all, let me just say this. So let's throw in the love it is the LinkedIn lit always. The hated it for me is that actually it's not I hated it. I kind of love it. I love the fact that, how do I say this humbly? Hold on. Because I want to be very careful. Because I am a humble person. But I'll say this. I want y'all to continue to keep treating me like the underdog and the nobody that y'all think I am. Please. Don't let anything with LinkedIn Lit make you think anything different than what you thought before. Because see, this is what I've noticed. There are some people that have circled back since I've released some of the things with the LinkedIn Lit. Because you all know, I told you all I had a mix of some national sponsors, some local, sponsors, partners, and different things. Really just trying to put something together. And, people are circling back now after they had left me on red. You all know I share these stories with you all because I try to be very, very transparent about what just happens in the industry. People don't want to support or want to get in tune with you or do business with you until they see that it's popular to do so. That has to be the hated it for me. Someone asked me what was the purpose of me doing a brunch. There was even someone that was so bold enough to think that there was that it was copying off of their concept. And I'm like, the business relationships I've been able to establish, the revenue that I've been able to bring small businesses, not only just Black-owned businesses, but women-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses, okay? Because that is my outreach. And I was even able to team up with my former workplace to also further those initiatives by being able to provide them, corporate dollars to go towards their small business efforts. So instead of booking the person that's charging this and this and this, per hour, let's go ahead and put that into the community. So I decided to put together the LinkedIn Lit Brunch to not only provide, my people time to come and let their hair down and truly connect, but also to foster those relationships. There are so many people that I know for sure they have already bought their ticket, they are signed up, or they are a vendor, that I want to be able to connect them with other people so that they can further generate revenue for their businesses. Okay. We can get together and we can eat and we can do all of that stuff and we can get toe up. We can do whatever y'all want to do, but we got to be able to lead with leads. Those leads have to turn into revenue at some point, because I'm sorry, if you are paying taxes on your business or doing anything, baby, you are not out here playing and not trying to expand your reach, generate more revenue, generate, more networking capabilities within your business and expansion. You're not doing that. It's just not happening. So, the hated it has to be the fact that it's just like, when we are coming out, when God gives us all our own purposes or whoever it is that you pray to, I don't want to be offensive, but I talk about God over here. I will say this. It's about the impact that you need to have. I'm making an impact, but for anyone that has been doubtful, or for any of those that, they would play you off until it's popular to support you. Keep feeling and doing and operating in the same way that you were before. Please don't let the LinkedIn Lit Brunch or anything that comes after change that. Don't let it change that. It's okay to be the underdog sometimes. Sometimes that's actually the best position to be in, because you fly low under the radar. Very low. So low that they can't see you. And y'all know my one hated it that will just be for all times is that just I don't get mad at those that I know that don't support anymore. I don't get upset at that. But y'all gotta stop acting like y'all don't see people. Stop acting like that. There's a few people in my life like that they can run me back. Oh, she said, come on, Black and Fluffy. You like best friend checking in? Ma'am, I ran out of options. But yeah, y'all stop acting like y'all don't see y'all people. Like, let me tell you this. So that was just best friend that was on here. Yes, come through, Black and Fluffy. That's the director of ops. We've had a recent switch. She's of the for the MzMetchi brand. Best friend, but I won't harp too much on that. But now that Kim is here, thank you, sis. There is something that I do want to commemorate. So I, of course, talked to Kim earlier, but then I also talked to my other friend, Tanae, who her birthday is tomorrow. And we were just getting everything together to celebrate. And I met her and Kim are at the same year. So we're all approaching like our 20 year of being friends. You know, like I have my respective friendships with each of those ladies. And you know what? Shout out to the day one. Okay. The ones that hold you up when you're down, hold you down when you need to be held down, because sometimes we be acting crazy or doing whatever. It makes me smile when I think about when I reflect on just the different things that I've had as far as with friendships along the way. And there are just a few, there's only a few of us left now. We have to read out all the suckers. We have to get all of their ass out there. But no, genuinely, I am thankful for my day ones, for real. Like, we are talking about over 20 years of friendships. Like, really, when I think about it, when we were sitting there going through the stuff for the birthdays, I thought about how many birthdays, and I mean, just the birthdays where we didn't damn near fell into the bushes. Do you hear me? We have almost fallen into the bushes. And then I love it because with my two besties specifically, I've been able to intermix them, you know, and it's a blessing when your friend can understand this. You cannot mix all of your girlfriends, okay? You can't mix all of them. But these two, no matter what, no matter how much time goes by or whatever the case is, you know, they have been a constant in my life, and I'm thankful for that. And just every season, and you know, I get on here every week, and there's been some weeks that I've tried to uplift you all, and I was down in the dumps. Okay, I mean, I was down in the dumps, and it was those ladies, you know, it was Kimberly, or it was Tanae, or it was Chanel, or it was Kristen when I would get to her, or Whitney if she had a good word, you know. Even my girlfriend Jasmine, because you know, all you girlfriends, you don't talk to them all the time, right? But these particular ladies, they've been in my life the longest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shout out to even to, you know, to Ebony girl, yo, funky ass. And that's so us to call each other funky asses. But those friendships that have stood the test of time, and they have gone through, don't think that we ain't been broke out the rubble. Don't think that we ain't had a falling out. I used to, oh my goodness, y'all. I used to have a bad temper problem, and all my girlfriends could tell you about it. Oh my goodness, temper. I'd be like, hey, and just, oh, I was so ugly. Oh, I look back at it, I'm so embarrassed. I'm just like, I wish I could have slapped me back then. Like, what is wrong? Like, me and Kim literally have stopped talking for a minute. Kim, I can say this now because we ain't never, like, we locked in forever. But it was so stupid, and it was really only because it was like the reality of it was that I was hurt, but the other reality of it was that I was not as evolved in my thinking or even understanding of how to show up for my friend at that time, right? Ooh, true accountability. But where these friendships sit now, I literally told Kim, and I'm breaking the fourth wall, friend. Betsy, I'm breaking it. But I literally told her that I was like, if you ever want to stop being my best friend, you gotta fight me. Like, I'm talking about Mortal Kombat. We are in the ring. I literally told this girl, I'm just like this, friend. This is over 20-something years. If you want to get out of this friendship, you have to fight your way out. You're fighting. You're gonna fight with me. We gotta square up. Hold on. She said we are forever thing, honey. Forever. Forever and ever. Yes. Kim said a time has been had. Girl, do you remember when I wore a zebra print dress to the club and I think I felt like on Division Street? My nights always ended up with me like just feet just doing this. Something stupid. It was really bad. David said, first off, I want to thank MzMetchi for inspiring me to take informative information and using your marketing tools to help others and to help them thrive in their businesses smaller on a large scale. David, first off, thank you. Okay. Thank you for those words. And I just appreciate you. David has been a long time friend and supporter of the Blueprint Live. And David, you know what? I tell you all the time, and you have to tell me one day, but for real, and I say this for real, but I never, our origin story of how we connected. When I tell you, it escapes me, but I love the fact that we've been able to support each other. David, I support you, support your family. David has a beautiful family. Him and his wife, they have done some amazing things, and he is always advocating and marketing people from his area, other film creators, everything. So David, you inspire me that on those Thursdays, those days where it was really hard, because we talk about friends and different things. You have been a friend of the show. Your support has helped me get up on those days where I was just like, I don't feel like, doing the show today because I was tired, or I might have been going through some things, or work was hard that week. You inspire me too. So thank you. And we got to keep helping everybody. You keep sending them my way, and I'm going to keep sending this information and everything your way. Okay. Much love. Auntie Tracy said, yes, I'll second that emotion. Yes, girl, you already know. See, y'all, they showing love in the comments. He said, I so much thank you for finding your media company here on Facebook. I love on Facebook. Okay. Been on here for years. Do y'all know people used to get mad at me for tagging them? I was one of the ones, y'all. I was the old school marketer before I knew how to really market for real. I was tagging y'all and 99 others. It was me. I got people that I look up. I'm like, dang, we ain't even friends no more, because they got rid of me. They had got rid of me off of their page when I was tagging them and 99 other folks. I don't do that anymore. I am so thankful that every week the Blueprint Live sees thousands of people that they listen in on their own accord. I don't have to prompt them. I don't have to do it. They tune in over a week's period, thousands of views for the video part and the audio. And it's because of y'all. I love y'all. And we just skipped all the way around, but I had to get to the comments. Kim said we squaring up. Kim, I want to look dead in the camera. We got to fight. If there's no more. And it's like, you know what? Let me tell you about your friends. The love it is that when you and your friends both follow an unspoken code, because not that y'all the same person, but y'all values are similar. Your values, right? It's certain stuff I don't have to say to her. Like, oh, since this will be a violation if you did that to me. She know my heart. She know who I am, so she already know, right? Same with her. Like, and then it could be something simple. Like, she like my Auntie Tracy. Oh, my Auntie Tracy. Now, I'm pretty sure her girlfriends know, don't call her honey, baby, or sweetie, or no nicknames. Auntie Tracy do not play about nicknames like that. She has been that way her whole life, right? It could be the small things. When your friend know you for real, they not gonna test you. They're not gonna be doing things to you like how the world is, because they trying to help shield you from it. I do the same to my friends. Kim, I forgot what her word is, but she told me she didn't like that word. I was like, I'll never say that word again. I'll never say that again. Right? Love on y'all friends. Respect their boundaries. He said, I was thinking about that TL song. What about your friends? What? She said that dress was dressing. The zebra print dress saw a good ass time. Girl, no, I didn't fall that night. My sandal broke. I had on a cute sandal and it had like this like bedazzled cuff around the toe, baby. When I tell you that thing broke on the way back, I'm walking my heel just clickety clacking. Clickety clacking. Oh, here, this camera, y'all. I don't like this camera right now. Facebook is where it's at. I love Facebook. Latifa, hey girl. We back. She said exactly. You sure right, Michi. Yes, say that. Say that. She said, I hate y'all. Look, Kim, we gonna fight. We gonna fight our way out. I have to take a really quick break, and when I come back, we're gonna hop into tonight's What Would You Do? Y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. Get your drink, your smoke, whatever you feel like you need. Because honestly, this What Would You Do is messed up. I'll be right back after this break.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
I can't get through one show without a blooper, Lord Jesus. But that's all right. We're back. Tonight's What Would You Do? Now, first off, I just want to remind you all, because I know we got a little bit off key. Drop those businesses in the comments, okay? Let's see what's going on over here for the comments. Wait, did I get everybody? Already together. Okay, come on now. You need a shot right now. Get your shot there. Get your shots. What are we waiting on? Y'all gotta know this ain't juice. This ain't juice. This is drink in this cup. Okay? Drink. Now, I told you all tonight's What Would You Do? This one is, y'all, this one is heartbreaking. And it reminds me of the fact that it's some trifling people in the world. Y'all ready? Now listen up. My siblings and I decided to jokingly take a DNA test on ourselves to see if we are our father's children. This didn't come as a serious topic. We just decided to do it. We are 4 in number, 2 men and 2 ladies. I'm the oldest, 31 years old, and the youngest of us is 23. Our father turned exactly 60 February this year, and our mom is 57 years old. We didn't take the DNA test because we suspected anything. We were just doing it for fun. Unfortunately, the results that came back showed, apart from our last born, the girl that's 23, that none of us belonged to our father. We did the test again in another facility and had the same result. This isn't the time to break our father's heart and destroy our family. So we decided to keep the results to ourselves and pretend that we are all our fathers. But we confronted our mother, and she said she shouldn't tell our father. She also said the man who's our father is dead. He was the man she was seeing before our father. She cried and begged us not to tell our dad anything. We don't want to hurt him, so we've kept this from him, but it breaks our hearts, especially mine, to see that man went through thick and thin to get us to where we are today. I saw him struggle so much when I was growing up. I keep wondering why my mom would do something, why my mom would do such a thing to him, because he's a good man. Though we are keeping this from him, I've just been thinking so much. I don't know what to do. He loves us. He gave us his life and joy. He gave up his life and joy for us. I've just been crying on his behalf, and I don't know why, but I suddenly hate our mother. Please, I need your advice. What would you do? Whoa. Latifah got her drink. Let's see if I got my drink. Sis, this got to be about the most ignorant. If you're just tuning in, I think we've got some people filtering in for tonight's What Would You Do? Let me just click this off. Kim, I'm going to bring that back because that was my exact reaction too. Shout out to everyone tuning in on our Facebook Live tonight. Now look, tonight's What Would You Do? 4 siblings, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, jokingly take a DNA test to see if their father is their actual father. They ended up finding out that none of them were his. That's some low down dirty stuff. 4 kids. Kim's reaction was my reaction as well. Crazy. The hell, yes. I don't understand. Latifah said, that's deep, baby. Praying for her strength. You know, it's wrong. It's wrong. You're not trying to find my words. Jesus. It's so trifling to keep a secret like that. And to not only betray, not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but 4 times. Oh yeah, Kim, I'm reading her comment. I'm gonna put her comment up here. You're right. They did say apart from the 23-year-old. My apologies. So one out of the 4. Wow. Like you only have to care for 25% of the kids that was in your house. What are we doing? What? That's what would you do? Hit me in the heart badly. Me too. I was literally speechless. Yeah, I just feel like it's so trifling. It's so trifling. I'm so glad a lot of words on this. Yeah. So lost. Okay. Same. Now look, he's having some feelings in regards to his mother. And what I will say is honestly this. He said, I'm trying so hard not to cry for them. Yeah, I mean, that's heartbreaking on a number of levels. And that's a hell of a secret to have to keep from your parent. It really is. And I'm not even gonna lie, like not that, I'm a snitch or like a drop dime type of person, but I am very much so a person of there has to be some accountability. And the accountability has to come from the person that made the oopsie. You gotta do it. Kim said they didn't jokingly take that test. There was a reason. No one randomly DNA tests all their siblings. Bingo. Okay, so yeah, let's talk a little bit of a deeper thing here. I kind of took that too. They probably don't look like him. It maybe has come up, I'm sure. I would imagine. I mean, even throughout all the years, I can say that as I've grown up or when I was a baby or just different things, there's so many similarities with myself and my parents that, over the years, you or your family members will identify like, oh, look, you got your dad's nose, you got your mom's nail bed. I don't know, like whatever weird stuff you guys are pointing out. But somebody had to notice that something was off. I don't think it was taken in a joking manner either. Somebody of the 4 didn't think that their dad was their dad. Sorry to say their mother was laying her hat everywhere. Ooh, laying a hat. Honey, that is a classy way of saying that mama was a hoe. That was real cute. That was real cute. I like throwing shade like that. Laying her hat down. Oh, let me just lay my head down. Okay. This what would you do? The first thing I'm gonna say is we need some help and assistance. There needs to be some therapy. There needs to be some type of intervention. Now, it doesn't have to be where you're sitting down with the mom, but you're gonna have to go somewhere and gather yourself and gather your feelings for the person for this. What would you do? You got to sort out your own feelings and whatever is coming up in your mind, in your world. It's really up to you. I would encourage you to do that for your siblings too. Just give them some resources or some different things. And y'all tell me in the comments if y'all think that would be a good step. Or even if, there are some people that maybe want to go more of a spiritual route, but that is, that's gonna present another set of challenges that you're probably gonna have to work through, right? Separately from figuring out your own emotions and then how you're going to handle it without bringing any religious or spiritual aspect into it, if that's not what you choose to do. Something's got to be done. There has to be some intervention, like them clearly handling it by themselves and agreeing to keep it hush-hush. That is going to build resentment and things like that. You want to be careful of kind of starting like those bad generational roots. Like that's a bad root. That's anger and that's some pain where it's just like, oh no, we don't even want to go see Granny in now. Granny low down. Granny trifling. Just a little bit. I'm saying for this one, get some help. Like Tracy said, that's a hard pill to swallow. You do have the right to know. So in this situation, let's talk, y'all. Let's talk, because I feel like that all of us think that morally this is wrong. This is wrong to keep this from him. And everyone knows but him. That's embarrassing. So in this situation, would it be best in some type of way for them to drop dime? Like, that maybe they not be the ones to say it, but they kind of like leave that information about where, what the hell is this? That's touchy. I mean, and he is older. So that would be heartbreaking. And then, like he said, he struggled to take care of them. And he didn't have to do that, because technically for the first 3 kids, they were the first, 5 children, however many kids, it's a lot of ass. 4. The other 3, they were already there. Only the last child is his. I guess that's when she decided, like, I'm gonna lay my pimping down. I'm gonna stop putting my hat everywhere. Whew. They need to confront their mother and ask why she kept that from them. So hold on, they did. Hold on. But we confronted our mother, and she said she wouldn't tell our father. She also said the man who's our father is dead. He was the man she was seeing before meeting our father. She cried and begged us not to tell our dad anything. So they did go and talk to the mom. They absolutely went to talk to the mom, Latifah. But I don't know. This one is so touchy, because there's really no way around it. It's no way around it. The mama needs to be the one to say it. And you know what? I've done this. I'm a little bit of a bully. Can I be honest? I want to be honest with y'all. I would put mama in a situation where she wouldn't have no other choice but to go ahead. Like, hey, mama, are you going to tell dad about that news that we found out? Leave it on her. That's what I would do. Are you going to tell him? Because he's going to pick and pry. Hey, no, actually, we can't tell you, dad. Like, I think this one's got to come from mom. She has to be accountable for her own stuff. As a child, I'm not. Don't ask me to do stupid stuff. You do it. That was your poochie that you was out there with outside. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nobody gonna shame nobody for using it. We don't do that over here. Everybody is sexually liberated here at the Blueprint Live. We love our poochies and our doochies, okay, whatever. But you gotta own up if you make a mistake and you have somebody living a whole life that they didn't have to live. Because this is the thing, if he was a good man like that, he probably would have took care of her anyway, because he loved her. He had to. The man's 60. She's 57. She said, I don't want to be a player no more. But Tracy said the mom should be the one to tell him. I agree, Auntie. You shouldn't leave that up to the children. Bingo. Because no matter how old they are still their children. Right? They're still their children. So you have to be mindful of that. Lynn, I know someone who found out his father wasn't his biological father because his mom forgot to put his birth certificate up after she was using it. He was 10. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, but Kim, before I get into your comment, I don't hear a lot of conversations, Lynn, where people are just upfront, but there was one that I actually like bared witness to back in the day. And this was maybe when I was maybe sophomore year of college. But someone that I knew, and because y'all know we have to keep it anonymous, but he was in a relationship with a young lady. And, they of course were doing their thing. Baby came up, she's with a child. She came straight up out the door, y'all. Like, I mean, it was, I heard the recounting of the story, but needless to say, she told him straight up, like, hey, I have been actively sleeping with somebody that looks like a smaller version of you. Let me tell y'all, the resemblance was uncanny. Couldn't believe it. I was like, well, I'll be damned. Like she sure said it. She's like, you could come to the appointments, not come to the appointments. I'll let you know when I go into labor. You could be there or not be there. You could attend the baby shower or not. This is your choice. Like, I recognized what I was doing. I was sneaking and geeking. This is what was going on, right? And that level of transparency, like, we were very, very young when that happened to us. But like, when I tell you, be real and be accountable. Like, if you are out here, as Latifah said, because that was the classiest way, laying your hat down. We have to use that in future references. If you out here laying your hat down, you got to be responsible for it. So if you make a decision where you've had a child and you have someone else raising this child without letting them know the true paternity, there's some ownership that has to be taken there. It does. And you cannot put that on the kids. So I've seen both sides of it. And like I said, we were young. But I really hate to read situations like this where you got to find out some stuff on accident. That's not good. Miss Mama's is wild as hell and needs to say something. That's a terrible secret. That part. I don't like it. All 4 of your kids know. How can you ask them to hold on to something like that? I'm voting for this one. Seek help. Seek some help in getting your mother to be accountable for what's going on so that you all don't have to carry that burden. Okay. Your dad absolutely deserves to know that biologically you all are not his, but you all know because you've seen his love and everything. Like, let me tell you, ooh, baby, we about to go here for a second. What I am learning about like parenthood and different things, like the aspect of parenthood has changed so much for me as far as my outlook on it and how I look at it now. And if this man, although he was not biologically tied to you, he did what he had to do to provide for you and do all of those other things, baby, the bloodline didn't matter. That's your father. That's your dad. A lot of these men that are actually biologically tied to their children, be in the same dwellings as their kids and still don't father them. So you are blessed nonetheless. It does not make him any less your father than anything else. But he does have a right to know that it's not no real family ties there. He deserves to know that. And this is the thing, he older. It may cause some upset. It may cause some heartbreak, you know. But somebody's going to end up carrying that heartbreak nonetheless. And I hate the fact that the mother introduced it. It's just like, let's be a little bit more demure and a little bit more cutesy. Say, you know, but I'm not judging. I'm not here to judge. Everybody has different things. Now this is the thing. I'm not a judger. I'm not judging. But I will say 4 times is egregious. And I just feel like that's taking advantage. And do you respect that person? Because this is the thing. Have some decorum. Like, have some respect for yourself, you know, for your partner. Like, you're already going out here being ethically and morally wrong. Like, at least be respectful. I don't get it. Have y'all mama step up and do that. Somebody got to carry that burden. Don't let it be your ass. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. I'm going to take a really quick break. And when we come back, we're going to hop into tonight's What's Happening, What's Up.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Learn more about MzMetchi today. She's an entrepreneur, host of the Blueprint Live, media personality, professional brand ambassador, brand talent manager, commercial real estate professional, event host, beauty and fashion influencer, marketing and promotions professional. Learn more about MzMetchi by visiting MzMetchi.com for more information.
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and it's time for what's happening, what's up. Now, we got some businesses out here that are handling things kind of backwards. So Advanced Auto Parts, they closed an abundant amount of stores, right? Widespread everywhere, closures everywhere. Now they are in the process of opening up new locations. Advanced Auto Parts, let us know if y'all okay. Blink twice. All right, moving along. Okay, can we talk about a story that it tickled the heck out of me? And I don't know if you all have heard about it. Jasmine Crockett, our representative, she recently responded to backlash over calling Texas Governor Greg Abbott Hot Wheels in a recent speech. Jasmine Crockett called them Hot Wheels, y'all. My gosh. That's a problem. I wonder. Oh, baby, when I tell you, I get like I don't get offended personally, but when I hear things that I know is gonna cause some backlash, I do like a little gasp, like, ooh, I know that's gonna be some bad kickback. Oh, sure. And this is the thing. If you follow Representative Jasmine Crockett, she don't care. Like she is who she is. I love that for her. She's unapologetic. But baby, when I tell you, sometimes that woman sends me. She cuss. She does a lot of things, and I'm like, okay, I'm not used to seeing anything like this in office, and I'm so proud that she is unapologetically herself. I love her for it. Like, love her for it. David said he read about it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I couldn't believe she called him Hot Wheels. I'm like, sis, did we take it too far or no? I think we did a little bit. That was too far. Now, a big congratulations are in order to Will Smith. He had a street renamed after him in his hometown of West Philadelphia, okay? It's Will Smith Way, right off 59th Street out in Philly. So shout out to Will Smith. I feel like he's having like one of the best weeks ever. Did you all hear about this story? Now, this was concerning to me, and let me know. And let me be clear as we talk about this. I wasn't able to fact check this one. Ooh, breaking that wall there. So Marvin Sapp apparently ordered his ushers to lock the church doors until the congregation gave up $40,000. I'm going to put allegedly in front of that. Lock the doors for $40K? Can somebody lock the doors? That would have immediately made me uneasy. Okay, Latifa, thank you. Thank you. Okay, because I wanted to make sure that before we went any further, that I just did my own. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Lock you inside for $40,000. What type of religious robbery? Honey, when I tell you I would have been too through, let me out of here. And look, I'll share something with you all. I don't like being trapped or in situations where just any situation where I feel like I can't get out of it. Even if you goddamn hug me too tight, get off me. Don't touch me, bad touch. Like, I don't like it. It's too tight. And I feel constricted right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, back up. Do what you got to do. So being locked in somewhere and like, oh, I can't leave until we up these funds. Like, baby, you don't know my situation. You don't know my situation. Y'all ever went to church or went and had a Sunday or whatever the case is, and you probably only, okay, I'm going to talk to y'all about real bro time. Like, you might have had a hot 20 to get a Lord that day. Okay, you know, you're supposed to give your 10%. You didn't have your full 10%, honey. We've all been there. I would have been pressed as soon as they locked the doors. Sir, open the door. Open the door. David said, I love her no matter her persona. She spends her time defeating ignorance on the right, and I am here for it. Yes, we love us some Jasmine Crockett over here. True supporter. We love her. 100%. Now, Latifa, hold on. She's giving, okay, come on now, Latifa, give me the tea, girl. She said, and told the people on the stage that they pay $100. This is the thing. I belong to Grace Community Christian Church for years because they really embraced coming as you are. And then coming as you are sometimes means, it means even whatever financial state you might be into. They have fed families. They've done so many different things for the community or whatever the case is. We always say grace is the place. It truly is. Okay. I like to go more to churches like that. Any place that is hounding or harassing their congregation like that, because this is the thing, when you are good to your congregation wants to make sure that you are taken care of in return. I had no problem tithing at my church or doing whatever it was I need to do. They did not have to lock the door on me to do that. I was going to do that anyway. And also, if that's what God led me to do, and that's where he told me to tithe, then I was going to do that anyway, right? You don't have to lock me inside of your dwelling for a certain dollar amount before you open the doors. When I tell you I would never go back, I would never go back. Like, total violation. I need to be able to get up out of here if I need to. We're not creating no more E2 situations, and I'm not even being funny. This is being for real. We're not creating those situations where if something happens, it's chaos, calamity, or confusion over $1. We're not doing that. No. She said, that's our word. All the big hitters, and he asking the congregation, call Oprah. Ooh, that was true. I seen the TikTok. Oh my goodness. Didn't he tell them to give this money after they had done the offering? I believe so. That's called extortion for what Marvin Sapp is doing. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. How do you do that to your congregation? I don't believe that's not what the Lord didn't call for, no foolishness like that. I don't believe he did. I don't believe he did. Where are all of my Real Housewives of Atlanta fans? Well, I'm gonna have mine down halfway. Yeah, I have not watched the latest season. Speaking of which, season 16 ratings continue to dive as viewers are rejecting the reboot. Bravo is currently scrambling to spin the numbers. Real Housewives of Atlanta fans, are you all looking to join back in? What are we doing? The first episode, I don't know. I just wasn't like moved into it. I'm glad Portia's back. You know, I wish she wouldn't have left. I wish they would have been able to face everything and get stuff together, but you know how that goes. It's too much. They said never would have done it. Oh my goodness, Marvin is wrong. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Let's go back to that, because with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, we just gonna pray for that franchise. We got to keep our girls in there, if y'all know what I mean. Keep the girls on the channel, on the Bravo. So we need to decide as a collective what we're going to do. I have it saved on my DVR. That's all I got right now. That's all I got. So, but yeah, the Marvin Sapp thing is kind of crazy. $40,000. Bring back Nene Leakes. Now that's what'll do it. But they will have to apologize to her, David. It's so many things that they will have to do in order to get her back. You know, it got nasty over there as far as that was concerned. It's so much that they will have to do in order to retain her again. Moving along. I want, if my show ever reaches the girls out in St. Louis that were at the Glorilla concert where she had to cut the show off because y'all were out there fighting. A fan shared that it was like a WWE fight. What's going on? Y'all all right? Talk to me. Talk to me. I want to know. I want to know. David said, where is Cynthia Bailey on the show? David, I can't tell you because I haven't watched it, friend. I haven't. I just haven't been too interested this season. I haven't. But yeah, I did see some footage where I guess after the last fight that took place at the St. Louis concert for Glorilla, where she had finally just decided she was done performing for them. It was a done deal. She no longer wanted to be on stage because they kept having to stop because fights were just breaking out throughout the stadium. Why y'all buy concert tickets to go and fight? Can't y'all just go and meet up like at Popeyes or something? I mean, I don't know. I've literally seen fights at Popeyes. That's the only reason why I suggested that place. I've seen a few fights at Popeyes. And you know, the sad part about it is that how I knew that I was truly ignorant, I still waited for my food. And I was just like, okay, dinner and a show. But I don't like that at concerts. Because why are y'all fighting at a concert? We're out here vibing to music. There's no reason why we shouldn't be fighting one another. Moving along. Why were there over 120 FCC complaints from Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance? For my listeners that are tuning in, Did you all see or hear anything at the Super Bowl that was problematic? Why did it receive? Yeah, because I have a smack. Why did it receive 120 FCC complaints? What were the complaints? Did y'all see something that was alarming? I didn't see anything that was alarming to me. Okay, moving on. Now, I did hear about this story, and I don't believe that I reported it on the show because I was off the week that this happened. But Bishop T.D. Jakes, he ended up revealing this week that he had a massive heart attack. Okay, he said that if it had been 5 minutes later, he would have been gone, you all. So everyone was wondering why he fell out at his service. So he finally came out and he revealed that he had suffered from a massive heart attack. Definitely praying for him. People have him kind of like under a scope right now due to a lot of the things that are in the news with some of the other celebrities that are facing some really, really harsh charges. So, never hate to, I hate to always see anyone going through any type of medical emergency. That's tough. So y'all pray for him regardless of how y'all feel in the media or whatever the case is. Like we have to continue to remain humane. Does that make sense? Yes. This story that I'm going to end tonight, what's up on, is kind of wild. A Hawaii anesthesiologist. He was accused of attempting to kill his wife by pushing her off the trail while she was hiking and hitting her repeatedly with the rock. Y'all, why did a group of ladies find this woman on the trail? Okay. Found her on the trail and ended up helping her to escape. She lived. She's definitely suffering some really, really harsh injuries. But Gerhard Koenig, he's 46 years old. He's still in police custody, okay, this week for attempted murder against his wife. Like literally tried to take her out there. She also added that he shot her with multiple syringes and she didn't know what was actually in the syringes. What? Maybe he was trying to knock you out. That's probably what that was. Definitely praying for her. That story is coming straight out of Honolulu. Come on now. What are we doing? David, he said, speaking of Popeyes, need to step up on their food. I'm getting small portions of food when I order their wings there. Oh, you know what? David, I stopped really going to them for the full-size wings. What I like to get is the ghost pepper wings. Or the honey, what is it? The honey, lemon honey, whatever. Okay. Those are the ones that I mostly go for because I don't expect big portions from any place anymore. They are sizing down, but increasing the prices. Clock that tea. We got to start learning how to make the dupes at the house. One of my favorite dupes, I know how to make the, what is it? The chicken gnocchi soup from Olive Garden. I know how to make it at the house. Okay. Now look. I got to take a quick break, but when we come back, tonight's topic, how do you cut off friendships that no longer serve you? This was a conversation I told you about that we got from Threads on Facebook, baby. They were going off. It's a few comments that I feel like we got to like delve into so that y'all can see what it was that I saw. Okay. Right when we come back. Make sure if you haven't already, you drop those businesses in the comments. Whew. I told y'all tonight's show was going to be on fire. Be right back.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types. And baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort. And you can be bold and be fierce. This plus size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Let's go. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Time for our topic of the night. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen so we can get prepared, honey. Now, if you haven't already dropped those businesses in the comments, I feel like you all are already on fire over here. What's going on? I thought a massive heart attack will take you out right away. He said if it were 5 more minutes, it would have been. So, must have been an insurance policy. Oh my goodness. That was God right there for my boy Marvin Sapp. No, you know what? That was a different story, David. That was a different one. Erica! Tax strategy in the building. All right. So tonight's topic, how do you cut off friendships that no longer serve you? Now, I told you all this topic I did, it was on fire on Threads. Come on now, tax strategy. Yes. Y'all already know how we do. Look, if you put your business down there, you can get a shout out. Okay. It's tax season. As a matter of fact, Erica, I'll be talking to you soon. Soon and very soon. Okay. Get y'all taxes filed. Like if y'all haven't filed at this particular point, now I've been behind the buck too, so I'm not judging. But get it together. This topic was on fire on Threads, so I figured why not bring it to the Blueprint Live? Let's jump in. So I want you all to put in the comments, share it with me. I'll put it on the screen. Let's talk about it. How do you personally cut it off? I'll tell you this. For me, I can't say it's levels to it because that's kind of that sounds very bad. But I'll say this. Depending on the depth of those relationships is going to depend on the approach of how those friendships may be cut off. Some deserve more of a conversation where it's just like, hey, we can agree to disagree. This is not what I want anymore, whatever the case is. And then there are just some that, some of those friendships are maybe not even friendships, but just acquaintanceships. They're, these are people that you rocked with at some point. It's no longer a fit, right? And you may just have to cut that off abruptly. I have done a few different approaches where I'm just like, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. And it's really not anything to be mean or be facetious towards them, but it's more so like, I have to do what I need to do to protect me at this particular point, based off of whatever has happened. No one is just coming up out the woo-wop like, oh, let me be, mean to my friend and not talk to them or, not want them in my life anymore. Usually the end of a friendship, there's something that happens there. There's some breakdowns that may be mutual. It may be one person. Who knows, right? Who knows? Oh, he said, sorry, I mean TDJ. Okay, yeah, no, are you good? Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, which one? So I did want to read to you all a few of the things that were on here. I thought that this was good. Mike is so dope said, I don't ghost people, but I do shift how much access they have to me. If I feel the friendship no longer adds value, I stop over explaining, stop reaching out first, and let things naturally fade. If they ask, I'll be honest, but I don't owe an apology for outgrowing something. I love that. Love it. Love it. This comment was really good. If you stop calling, they will stop calling. Usually friends grow apart when one person is doing all the reaching out. So prioritize your growth and stop reaching out if the friendship no longer serves you. The other friend probably is feeling the ship too. In my opinion, if the friendship can last without me having to actively maintain and babysit the relationship, it's worth keeping. But if I have to be the planner, the initiator, a 24/7 strong friend for us to be friends, I'm out. Ooh. I have had some different dynamics where it just feels, for me, I feel like some of my older friendships that I've had or people that I've known for a long time, they are not able to 100% accept where I've decided to take my life at this place. And it's rough, right? Like, I'm on the scene, doing my thing and, all of these amazing accolades. And then, you ever go around some of those people and they'll try to downplay it or, That little word. Oh, y'all know how bad we used to hate that little word. Don't put little in front of my business. Your little events, your little this. We don't do that over here. You know, those were the friendships that I knew. I was like, oh, I gotta. This is no longer serving because you don't believe in the mission. You don't understand that, and I shift away from those dynamics of calling them my true friend. Because see, your true friend, even if they are not business savvy or anything, they're going to be down for you. They got to be able to support you in all those seasons of your life. As long as it's not any BS, they should be able to support you. She said, I distanced myself from this one person. For me, she was a low-key insecure spirit, and I do music. Whenever I dropped a song, she wouldn't even like my post about it or share it. Or when I sent it to her, I got a dry response. I also noticed once I told her about a girl I was seeing that I liked a lot, the girl and I suddenly stopped seeing each other right after. It's like she was bad luck. So I stopped telling her good news and distanced myself. I'm spiritual and believe people can be bad luck. Dang. Natalie thought she was bad. I just let it fade naturally because I realized the moment I stopped pouring into something that never truly poured into me, that's exactly what will happen anyway. Yeah, you know, I recognized that I was the person that always did wellness checks on my friends and people that I loved like that. And it was in some of the times where I just didn't have the capacity, where I recognized that I didn't hear from a lot of those people, it became very, very easy for me to decipher who deserved my time and energy and who did not. Like, no shade, no tea. We can get together, we can celebrate, we can do all of that, but there are just some people that, you know, yeah. And again, it can be a conversation or it can just naturally fade. Sometimes you don't even need to have a conversation. It can just be like, oh, I used to know that person. Someone said, with honesty and not hostility. Start by getting clear with yourself why it no longer aligns, what you've outgrown and what you need now. You don't owe everyone a dramatic exit, but you do owe yourself peace. Come on now. Dropping some gems, okay? True gems. For me, you can take the approach of having a direct conversation, or you can hightail it out of there. Y'all know we've talked about ghosting and different things. Ghosting is not just about romantic relationships. You can ghost people in your life as far as you can ghost your coworkers. You can ghost, you know, anyone can be ghosted. I never agree with that. Be direct. If someone is of value to you in your life, before you officially cut it off, you know, just make sure that you've done everything that you can so that when you do close out on those particular friendships, you can walk away with your chin up, knowing that you did your part. You got to be able to walk away and have some peace with yourself. So I love the fact that you don't owe everyone a dramatic exit, but you owe yourself peace. You owe yourself peace. Somebody said easy. Stop reaching out first and see how they F with you. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't purposely done it, but I did get to a point where my schedule was so tight that there was only a certain window of time and people that I wanted to dedicate that to. Whether if it was talking to them, texting with them, sending outfits, whatever. Like some of the things that I do with my friends, maybe we're not weird or whatever the case is. It's just, you know, things get real intricate. Like we'll be doing a Pinterest board together. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's the recipes for the week? Let's go shopping at Pete's at the same time. Like, we them type of friends. If they drain you more than they support you, it's time to walk away. Someone said, just stop speaking to them. Once I finally leave any relationship, I'm not giving a final explanation because I'm courteous enough to just end the relationship. Oh, God. Oh. For me, I'm just going to be direct. If it comes up, it comes up. Now, I no longer seek out conversations to try to get it together. I've been that friend, though. I've definitely been that friend in my past that I would recognize that there was some distance, there was a gap within those relationships, and I would try to close that gap. Now, where I'm at in my life, I'm so Let me say this. You got to be in a very secure place in all of your relationships. And you can have insecurities within friendships. Trust me, I've had some people that I love to death do me the dirtiest. And I just be like this. I'm like, I actually rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be thinking you vicious and you just like this. I actually love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you treating me like this? I thought we was friends, ho. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like even just, it could be with dudes, just like anybody. You know what I'm saying? It could be any type of, anything with a ship at the end. Okay? Courtship. Okay? Relationship. Friendship. Okay? Anything. If it's real, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. I'm gonna talk to you. Try to talk first. Trust and loyalty, everything to me. 100%. You cannot break that. Like, I gotta be able to know, like, baby, can I trust you? Can I trust you? Trust is big to me. That's why the people that I named earlier, like when I tell you they're my dogs for real, and understand that anything that they have shared with me, anything that is within our stratosphere, we hold that and we protect that, right? You got to have safe spaces within your friendships and within your sisterhood. Loyalty is everything. Trust is everything. She said, but sometimes self-love teaches a valuable lesson. Talk to me about that. Break that down a little bit. Kim said, amen. This is me with the amen. How do y'all cut it off? Are y'all just cutting people at the knees? I know a few people on here. I know y'all ghosting folks. Yeah, reveal yourself. Let's talk about it. Come on before we close out. For real. Drop that in the comments. For me, if I cannot be direct, I've only had to take the ghosting approach. And this is the thing. I definitely did that with the person that I told y'all about last year at the Chai's Up concert. That was major for me because it was right before the BET Awards. Oh my gosh. When I tell you that could have been so bad, I was so upset. Those types of situations, cut that at the knees. Cut it at the knees. Because people don't even be sorry about the stuff that they do, right? They don't be sorry. Not at all. So some situations you don't have to do that. Cut it. Certain situations you have to cut it for your own sanity, for your own, so that you don't get upset and you're not angry, or sad or whatever it is, because I was so hurt when it happened. I'm like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? I thought we was cool. And then to not even acknowledge it, like, it's crazy. Auntie Tracy said, yeah, talk to me. Don't holler at me. That makes me mad faster. Oh, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I don't like that raising the voice either. No. I cut my friendship off with people if they're bashing me in front of everyone and also doing it to me and others behind my back, just to make themselves look good to others, just to be with that in crowd they're trying to be in with. And I call those followers. I cut them off quick. Oh, 100%. I have noticed some people don't even be wanting you to come around, or when they do bring you around, they be trying to like downplay you. Those are not friends for real. They couldn't be. She laughing. So Reese 3 said, I just let it fade. If I'm the only one trying to engage a convo and the other friend doesn't even try to engage in it, it feels like a one-sided friendship. Can't just toss a ball at someone that don't want to toss it back. Yeah, you know what? I've experienced that even recently, just to be even more transparent with you all. This has definitely been someone that I've known for, oh my gosh, I don't know what the hell I just did. Anyway. Did I see how I just jumped up like that? Stay in place. With this particular friendship, I was the only one calling and texting and, like, hey, let's get together. Always like, send me some dates. people get so offended when I tell them that I need dates or I have to schedule things. But it's like what I had to recognize was that those that know me for real, and I'm talking about those that know me for real, you all know why I schedule things, right? You know how many things that I'm doing and what's going on in my life. So if I'm saying like, hey, I need 2 to 3 different dates of your availability, it's not that I'm making it a priority by saying that it's just like, hey, I'm going to make time and make room because this is a friendship and a relationship. This is some type of shit that I value. So I'm going to make time for you. I don't know. She said the truth. Or not clapping with others when you are winning. I have so much to say on that, David. Oh, I have so much to say on that. I'll say this. There are people in my life, still currently, that I've been able to just identify that I'm like this. You say that you're down, but I don't know if that's 100% true. And I recognize that a lot of people, may not be at a place to just kind of face the fact that, when they see other people that are kind of doing their thing, that they, they don't feel some type of way because it may be a reminder for them. But we all have the same 24 hours, the 365 days. And this is the thing, I help even people with just like organizing and like logistics and different things. This is what I do for a living. So, we can help you be productive. We got resources to help you, right? You don't have to hate on your friends and not clap for them when it's their time, because it could be your time too. And if they your friend and they your dog for real, they gonna clap for you. I'll be screaming for my friend. There has been times where it has only been me and my friend for something to either celebrate them or something to celebrate me, right? And they the only person in the room. And I'm the only person there for them. I'm gonna scream for you. Hello, woo, everybody. I don't care if it's your birthday. I don't care if we had chili or hibachi. Get her some sake. Like it's lit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what we gonna do. I'm clapping for my friend every time. I don't care. My friend can call me right now and be like, girl, I'm starting a bedazzled Q-tip business. I'm gonna be like, girl, you better give me one so I can be a brand ambassador. Baby, I'll be sitting up here right now picking my ear on camera to promote my friend's business. Y'all better clap for y'all friends. Don't get left behind. Don't be a hater. Most people meet you can talk them, but have a very dark mind, and they're not uplifting them at all or not being very encouraging for them, And that's when you see those type of people, David, it's not nothing wrong. You just know that they may be battling something that may be a little bit beyond you. So sometimes you do have to create that distance. And this is the thing. Sometimes the cutoff doesn't have to be a stone cold cutoff when we talk about friendships. It doesn't have to be just, I'm cutting it at the knees. I don't want this particular dynamic anymore. But it's just more so about making sure that you stand firm on your boundaries. So in the situation that you just said, what I would do personally, we got to bring a little bit of what would you do? That T-brand. But in this situation, so if you talk to someone and they're consistently negative, they're just like, because we've all run into a negative Nancy, honey, that you try to uplift them or just give them some type of encouragement. They're like, no, not me. And this is the thing. We all have our sad girl days, our sad boy days. Nothing's wrong with that. But when you just choose to stay in that, at some point, I got to leave you to marinate on your own, right? I got to leave you. I got to close the refrigerator at this point, lock you up in a little Ziploc bag. Boop. You right over here, you marinating in whatever feelings, and you going to come out of that when you ready. You going to let me know when you need some help, some assistance. I'm going to be here for you every time. But I can't sit in that with you. Establish your boundary. So if your boundary is like, you know what? Okay. I done talked to this person about 17 times. No exaggeration. I'm on this 18th time. I'm just going to be like, hey, look, let's do this, or you know what? How about when this topic comes up, we gonna shift it to this, or let's do a crossword puzzle. Redirect with your friends. It doesn't have to be a stone cold cutoff where it's like, hey, you getting on my nerves. I'm done. I'm checking out of this thing. You can roll back some of your energy and your efforts. That's what I would do, David. For real. For real, for real. And you know, and I do agree with the dark mind. I have met some negative Nancy's where I'm just like, damn, are you ever happy? Do you ever have a good day? What? Gas was $2.98 in Indiana. Like, you know, like I'm like, do you have joy in anything? You know, find joy. Find some joy. Please. Can I share some of my joy too? So those are my ways of how I would cut it off personally. I have to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to close out with tonight's quote of the night, where I just feel like I told y'all the quotes of the night, they find me. So I have to share it with you. Be right back.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah,
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and we are closing out with our quote. This one is short, so make sure that you grab it real quick. You are seen. You are valued. You are designed to be exactly who you are. It's short, and I hope that you clocked that, okay? You are seen and you are valued. Planning the LinkedIn Lit Brunch has been a very humbling experience for me, y'all. I have to let you know. I've tried my best as far as with my mission for the Blueprint Media Company, which is to highlight and showcase small business owners, artists, creatives, and impact leaders who are making an impact in the industries that they serve. That is my mission statement, y'all. And with my business, I've been trying to do that. And there's been a lot of times where I've often wondered, am I making a true impact? Do people see what it is that's going on? And you know, we all know, we talk about that you're not supposed to care about what other people think. And it's not about caring about what they think, but it's caring about, are we able to get together and pull our resources together and do what we need to do within the community? So as I've been planning the brunch, the outpouring of love and support and just the things that are coming together with everyone that's involved. I mean, I've been dropping the teasers. There's so many more promos and different things that's coming out where you all will literally learn about that particular room, but tickets are on sale now. And that outpouring of support is just, it's reminding me, you know, just even the words, even what David wrote earlier in the comments, I appreciate that. Like, that y'all, that y'all see me, because I see you all. I know can call out by name what each of you all are doing, and loving the fact that we're all connected and staying connected as best as possible. So we are all designed to be exactly who we are. We are all stepping into our destinies. They have to be fulfilled at this moment. Whatever is that may be making you feel invisible or making you feel small or not there, not enough. Okay, I want to speak to y'all tonight. You are seen and you are valued. 100%. 100%. So that was the quote of the night. I want to thank my very special guest, Ms. Natalie Manning from This Is Life. Okay, you all make sure that you get your tickets to Brunching with a Purpose going down next Sunday. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I drop the link and share it. I did share that flyer where you all could see everyone that's involved with the event. She's got an amazing host. Shout out to Mario Cannon, all of the people that are on there, and Drika, who she's bringing out. I love to see it. They are always putting on the showcases and the events to really uplift the organization. So shout out to Natalie. Thank you so much for being my special guest tonight. Like, she got me in on her press run, okay, before she goes live with the event. And I love to see it. So even if you can't attend, make sure that you go get a ticket. Do something. Let's see. Oh, I want to make sure they're just not seeing the light. Oh, hold on. Some they got a dark mind. Their mind is so dark that they're just not seeing the light at all. And that's not going good for their spirit and vibe around other people. And you know what? You have to be very, very mindful of just when you see it, when you spot that dark cloud, friend, you better get out of there. Look, when I see somebody with a funky attitude, I'm like, okay. That's me. This is me and my feet making my way over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making my way somewhere over here. I'm getting out of Dodge. Yeah, 100%. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I will be back next week. Okay, same time, same place. Until next time, bye.